couldn't believe it's such a great speech. Very entertaining. This local plan is really important. It's really important that we have the houses to build and that we have the spaces for people to build the houses on. We've gone through an enormous amount of work and activity to actually work out where these spaces should be. However, I think that as part of I was many years ago part of a neighbourhood planning group down in Sunninghill and Ascot, and we went through an enormous amount of activity looking at what that local area really wanted. And I think that we have an enormous amount of talent out there in the community, and it just seems to me to be a real travesty that we're at the moment ignoring them and not consulting properly with these people. They put in an enormous amount of work in looking through and reviewing and scrutinising all the plans that we've put in place and going through all of that. And we seem to have been in a situation over the last 6 months where, since we went through the Regulation 18, we've just ignored that and said, we'll put that to one side. And we really must right that situation. We are under a huge amount of pressure within the borough to deliver the housing that we need, and as other people have said, that pressure is coming to us from the central government, which is I think, breaking down the Localism Act, really, because it's not putting localism in the right place. We've got a lot of work to do, but I think that we really should take a step back and actually review what we're doing and pay some attention to the community. Thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, the most significant statement we've heard so far this evening is from Councillor Walters. Here is a man who has spent his whole life defending the Green Belt for 50 years. He is standing before you tonight and saying this is not an easy decision. It is not all one way. I respect the fact that Councillor Walters will vote against this plan tonight, but he knows that those of us who are going to vote for it are doing it not because we want to build all over the Green Belt, it's because we think this is the most effective way of defending 81% of the Green Belt. Listen to Councillor Walters. He's been out for 50 years. Let me say, first of all, that I've received over 25 emails or so over the last few days. I want to assure the people who have written those emails to me, I have read them all, I have considered them. I have gone through the exercise that Councillor Walters has gone through, but I've come to a different conclusion. Let me start as the principal member responsible for the regeneration of Maidenhead. I start with a plan that the residents of Maidenhead put together in 2011, when they said the town centre will become home to a new and diverse group of residents in an innovative and attractive urban setting. They will have easy access to shops, business and transport. There will be a mix of new houses bringing life, activity and vibrancy into the town centre by day and night. That was the vision that our residents put together. Now, the thing that has changed since that vision was put together isn't the objective. It is the fact that the government has changed the rules in terms of housing allocation. And it has turned the screw on local government to deliver more housing. And if you think there is some other government out there that is going to come to your rescue and say you can build less houses in the South East, the Liberal Democrats manifesto pledged to build 300,000 houses a year. That's That's 100,000 more than even the Conservatives pledged. So before you all jump to Councillor Werner's side on this, beware what you're asking for.
You're in the right place, though.
Now, let's deal with the right place. Let's deal with the right place. In Maidenhead, the majority of the sites coming forward are on formerly developed sites. Then many of those sites are in the control of this local authority. We will work with our development partner to make sure that we have the right balance of housing. For ownership, for rental, yes, and affordability. I take Councillor Werner's point on affordability. We have got to work out what is affordable in this borough. And we may decide that affordability means that we, as residents and taxpayers, are prepared to subsidise our young people to get on housing land. But that will be a decision we will make in a transparent manner when all of us will have a say in it. The alternative that has been suggested here tonight is not to meet, the Liberal Democrats say, build it all on brownfield sites. That would mean we only meet 65% of our objectively assessed needs. That will not succeed as a plan. The other alternative is to say, let's delay, let's go back to the drawing board. If you do that, you meet other authorities like Slough saying, we need more places for housing, we're going to put them here in the Royal Borough. Bracknell and Wokingham have already had their assessed needs figures up at planning appeals. If you reject this plan, I plead with you, because you will let this be a developer's charter. They will not wait for the plan. They will come forward with their own plans, which will intensify developments in the very areas that you want to defend. Let me conclude with these words. This weekend, the Archbishop of York said these prophetic words in terms of politics of today. To achieve anything worthwhile will often require settling for less than one's ideals. This, to me, on balance, is a workable plan, and it is now just time to settle the issue and move forward and ensure we defend the green belt, build housing for our young people, and build a new town to make it.